And now it's time for Houston's hottest relationship advice talk show, Love in Black with Tory and Teri. This show is sponsored in part by Gracie's on Kirby in Houston, Texas, and the Carrabba's Family Restaurants. And now your hosts, Tory and Teri.
Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Love in Black with Tory and Teri.
Hey there. Happy Saturday, my lovelies. We missed you and can't wait to dive in today.
You know what? With that being said, how many of you are single but looking forward to getting married? Or how many of you are single and have no plans or interest in getting married at all?
It happens. Yes, we hear both of those types of questions all the time. Some people assume that single people want to get married. But check this out. There's absolutely nothing wrong if you don't.
Yeah,
right?
Some people out there been there, done that, got the t-shirt, don't want to visit that island again.
You know, there were times where I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you're just good with the moment.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I think sometimes when I was young, I think sometimes in the summer I was good, because I was.
Oh, you want a cuffing season come October?
I was chilling.
Not with me today.
No, not with you, baby.
No, I'm saying don't start today. Yeah, that's for sure. Let's get it straight. Let them know.
And cuffing season come around, and then you got, I was on the East Coast.
Yeah, October, they like, cool, let me find somebody.
Anyway, a lot of other people, they do want to experience and share that life with someone that they want to build with, raise a family with, and create experiences.
Yeah, the bottom line is we all need to be happy for each other and start to appreciate what God has done for us, no matter what your relationship status, right?
Yeah. So, you know what? Today's guest is one of those types that, despite trying, can't bag the relationship that she wants. So stay tuned as we talk to her about what singles need to know about finding love.
The queen is here. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go away.
Hey, what's up, family? This is KG Smooth, and you're listening to Love in Black with Tory and Teri right here on Praise 92.1.
So you're just gonna let him disrespect me like that?
I told you I'll handle it.
Well, you need to handle it right now.
Are you willing to fight for your relationship? Tune in to Love in Black with Tory and Teri on Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. And now, back to Houston's hottest relationship advice talk show, Love in Black with Tory and Teri. This episode of Love in Black with Tory and Teri is brought to you by Gracie's Restaurant on Kirby Drive and the Carrabba's Family of Restaurants. If you would like to be a guest, sponsor, or advertise, contact us at info@loveandblackwithtoryandterry.com.
Welcome back to the show. As you're aware, your mental health, relationships, and marriage are all important and all related to helping you heal and grow from past traumas. Go to our counseling website right now, at highforeverwill.com and complete the form for a free 15-minute consultation.
And also, we don't want to be remiss and not mention our sponsors. Be sure to eat at Gracie's Restaurant over on Kirby Drive. If you need your dresses for galas or quinceaneras.
Ooh, he does it every time. They do my dresses.
I'm part Spanish. I can't even say the name.
Lord Jesus, thank you for them. That is Valencia Couture on Harwin Drive. Sorry.
And also, for your customized jewelry pieces, go to Shop GC Jewels, and that's Jewels with a Z and not an S on there on IG. And don't forget to mention Love in Black with Tory and Teri and receive 20% off discount. Also, we always say we want to hear from you guys, so go to loveandblackwithtoryandterry.com and go to the radio show, fill out the form, let us know what you want to do on there, and we'll get back with you.
All right, today, she's here. We are talking about singles that need to know about finding love. Our guest is not only looking for love, but she is an educator and one of the funniest women nationally. Welcome, Houston's hot girl of comedy, Queen Jennifer Jermany.
Thank you. I need to carry y'all around everywhere I go. That introduction you made me feel like I was somebody. Yes.
You are somebody.
Thank you.
Baby. You
God
shine,
don't make no junk, girl.
He sure does not. He does not.
You know what? We was just kind of joking before the segment, and we were just talking about your show last night. Oh my God.
We had a ball.
Yeah, I had no idea that you were going to be that funny up close in person. I mean, and she uses people in the audience as props. So
And she's got her own exclamation point in her actual segment. So do not tell it. Don't blow it.
I ain't
honey.
gonna blow it.
All right.
But Jennifer, tell our audience who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm Miss Northside 2022. Yes. No, I'm Jennifer Jermany. I'm homegrown, Houston, Texas, Northside. Homestead, Texas.
Not North
yes.
Side.
Not Northside.
North
Because
side.
see, if you say North, that means you're like Spring area. No, I'm from the North Side. I'm from Homestead, Tidwell, that area, Lockwood. Yes. I'm a proud graduate of the North Forest Independent School District, Mary Brantley Smiley High School. Shout out to Forest Brook, too.
Madison. Sorry.
I wouldn't tell nobody that.
I'm sorry.
And then I'm a proud two-time graduate from Texas Southern University. I've been an educator. This is my 25th year.
Oh, bravo.
Yes.
Bravo.
And I have not gone to jail, so I am doing really well in my career. And then also do stand-up comedy. And you know what? Comedy is so needed right now. Everybody needs to laugh.
Yes, comic
and
relief
that's
for
my
sure.
therapy. I love doing comedy. I love seeing, even if I have a problem, I love seeing people laugh. Just
Makes
to give
the
them
day
a
go.
break.
The day goes by smoother, doesn't it?
Oh, most
so much
definitely,
lighter.
most
So much lighter. Makes
and
life
I'm
lighter.
single. I'm really single. I want to throw that out there in case your listeners. I'm looking for a Bible reading man. I just need a man that know the word. Yes. Mhm.
Cliff knows for the Bible.
We told you. She's
And he don't
here
even have to
today.
have teeth. He can just go.
Gum it.
I'm so glad you're here, girl. You know, I have to do my rapid fire with you.
Okay.
So our listeners can gain a little bit more insight about
Okay.
you. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, don't look at him. Just, it's our thing. Okay?
Okay.
All right, sometimes he tries to interfere. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Okay. R&B or hip hop?
R&B.
Okay. Radio or TV?
TV.
Educator or comedian?
Ooh.
I know.
You know what? Educator, because you can do both. You can. I call edutainment.
Okay, there you
Edutainment
go.
through the art. Exactly.
Don't you start.
Edutainment.
Don't look at him.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Cook or dine out?
Dine out, because I can't cook.
Oh.
Hold on, you trying to get a man.
Okay, so don't look at him because he does this every time. Sugar daddy or cougar?
Ooh, I'm a cougar. I'm such a cougar. I'm a jaguar.
Okay, Samore or Adele Givens?
Oh Jesus!
I know.
Can I pass?
It's just how you feel today. It can change. It's just today.
I'm going to say some more because she was an educator.
Okay.
Okay.
And then last, this one's really hard.
Okay.
You ready? Black Love or Love and Black with Tory and Teri?
You ain't
Tony and
gotta think
Terry.
about
Oh, Tony and Teri. Look at her. She
said Tony.
Tony Terry, because I'm scared. I don't want to get beat up on the show.
Not the singer, not Tony
It's
Terry.
Tory.
Tory. Okay, with Tory and Terry.
There you go.
And if
She's
Tony
got-
Terry is single, I'm here.
There it is, you guys. There you have
Tony
it.
Terry,
You
yeah.
did wonderful. Didn't you do good?
I tried.
I'm going to just make one edit. Don't lead with the I can't cook part.
Why?
And you from Houston too? Come on now, you can't lead
Listen.
with
I
that.
tried cooking one time in my lifetime.
What
And I was going to impress my parents. And my parents, I tried to get the little hamburger patties and make the little, with the gravy. And I made a dessert.
Salisbury Steak.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
is.
it,
That's what it is.
Salisbury
That's what
See?
it's supposed to be.
That's what it's supposed to be. My mom cursed me out. So she was like, "What is it? You just wasted
So you make
groceries."
the Kool-Aid.
So no, they don't
wasted
even
groceries?
They don't even let me do that. And so one time I tried to surprise a guy I was dating with a dinner. So I had my coworker to cook it. She said, "All you gotta do is put it in the oven and just let it, warm up." I forgot it was in the oven.
Oh, Lord.
Next thing I know, the fire alarm going off. It's smoke. My date pulled up and we ended up sitting outside eating pizza because my house was still smoky. So I don't think everybody should cook. I think that's a part of domestic slavery, and I'm against that.
Domestic slavery. I love it.
So that's her caveat.
Yes.
That's her disclaimer. So
her
you
language,
guys
I
are
love
looking
it.
for a funny woman, someone that will. I don't even want to. I forgot what station we on. I can't talk like we're on the box.
I can order Uber Eats for you.
There you go.
They know me on first name basis.
I almost thought we was on the
Skills,
box. I was
y'all,
about to say something else. But anyway, that's her disclaimer. Let me ask you this. So you talk about how hard it is finding someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that because you're particular or what? What's going on with that?
At this point, I'm desperate, but I'm just trying to be. I'm being real.
Okay.
It's just hard. The men of my dad's generation, it's like they're all gone.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a strong man that's not afraid to put me in my place. And I know that sounds a little strong, but most men
let a man be a man.
Let a man be a man.
That's my term.
And I've run across so many men that are weak, and I don't know. And it's not all of them, but because I do comedy, because I'm such outgoing, they feel like I can't tell her to be quiet. I need somebody that's not afraid to say, Jennifer, not today.
Right. Amen for that. You know, because I want to ask you, as a female comedian, is it hard to maintain your feminine energy? You know, because I know it can come across with a lot of, it's like men are intimidated because you're so assured of yourself. I mean, especially to be a comedian.
So energetic,
Yeah, men, when I first started doing comedy, a guy named Al Freeman, and I love Al D. Freeman to death.
Yes.
Al D. Freeman cursed my love life. He said, I had a little friend, and he said, oh, that's your guy friend? I said, yes, my little boyfriend. He said, okay, but doing comedy is going to run some problems. You may not keep a boyfriend long, so just be prepared. And ever since that day, I have not kept a boyfriend. So I blame Al D. Freeman for the reason why I am single today. And honestly, I found that to be true. I had a guy that I was going out with. He saw me perform with, oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. It was at the Improv. Mm-hmm. And the guy made a joke. It was a funny joke about me. It wasn't a big deal. Said he would have me. And the guy I was dating at the time was
like, go up and slap him?
No, he did not.
Okay, so we're not doing that today.
No, he didn't do that.
Show.
But that next day, we had a long conversation. He said he didn't know how to handle that. Capone, that's his name is Capone. And
Capone, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So he said he doesn't know if he could handle that.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting because men, just in a survey, men do find women that are funny and have a sense of humor to be sexy.
Well, I'm sexy, and I just wherever you are, I need to be.
Let them know.
I am. You can listen. Google me. Listen, I'll give you my address. And that's true. They like the funniness of it, but what they have a problem with is comedy is a male-dominated arena.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And so when they hear that, okay, I'm going out of town, and I have to go out of town with two guys, it's like.
Right.
Yeah. So the insecurities come out.
I was going to say test their security.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you're at like the Improv and all these other different comedy clubs, and because there's so many men and you have to meet and greet, take pictures in your green room, that causes a trust issue for a lot of men. It's like, I don't know if I can deal with my...
Dude, I'm at work.
Exactly. You know what?
I'm at work.
But that can be anyone's profession. Yeah. I mean, whether it's bus drivers, firefighters, I mean, we're all in the mix today when it comes to,
Exactly. But with female comics, because of sometimes the nature and the things we discuss,
right.
It's a real problem. It can become a real problem.
Sure.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So
it is.
When you're dating, what type of guy are you looking for?
Honestly, at this point, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know anymore because.
You thought you knew. You thought you knew.
I thought I knew.
That's every woman.
And so I want a very strong man that's and then I meet the man that's too strong, until it's abusive. I'm just looking for somebody, first of all, that loves God.
That's it.
If you don't love God, if you don't have a relationship with God, we can't even talk. There's no need of conversation.
That's right.
I need somebody that loves his mom. Because how a man treats his mother and his sisters is an indication of how he's going to treat you. I need a man that's educated. And when I say educated, people think, so does he have to be a college graduate? I would love a college graduate, but being educated doesn't mean that it has to be in the academic arena. You could be a well-read black man. I think it's sexy when a black man takes you to Starbucks and reads to you.
Really?
Yes, because the coffee's like $30.
So have you ever hung out in Starbucks?
Yes, I have. Listen, I've hung out in gas stations, Starbucks. Let me tell you, I joined the gym just to catch men. I kid you not. I joined Fitness Connection, and they start using me as a training person for their incoming trainers. Cute. Because I'm so crazy. Their whole goal is, if you can keep this lady calm and get her to work out, you have a job. And so, because I'll do things like where the free weights are, I will purposely go where the free weights are and bend over and do this, and then like pass out and wait for somebody to come get me. And that's how we'll pick up men. But you know what?
I know, right? This is great.
Yeah.
And that's so interesting because of course, as we're kind of trying to help women, give them solutions, of course it's like, get out there, I mean, be very selective, but you doing that, you're like killing two birds with one stone. You got the fitness as well as you're able to be social. And a lot of people don't have social skills, and that's something that kind of hinders it.
And honestly, one of the reasons why I'm scared to date is because I'm unable to have children. And I'm completely honest about that. I used to be embarrassed about it. I suffered with fibroidal tumors since I was 19. And I've had 15 surgeries. 13 of them were dealing directly with fibroids. And so when the doctor told me I wasn't able to have children, I just felt the whole weight of the world. Everything that I dreamed about with this husband and this family, it just crashed. And I honestly, I had a nervous breakdown. So don't be embarrassed. I tell people all the time, don't be embarrassed if you have a mental issue. Go get help. Because I tried to deal with it on my own. And when it comes to dating, as soon as a guy says, I'm looking to get married, I'm like, cool. And I want to have children. And it's like, because it's hard.
But you know what? You don't have to do that because you can always adopt or
surrogate. Or there's so many different.
Yeah, but it's just.
I know it's nothing like having a family. But when you can bring, and you know what? I'm a firm believer that God puts us in people's lives for reasons and seasons, right? And even if you were to take a child that needs a home or whatever, I mean, you're going to give him or her just as much love as
and you know what?
You would.
You know what?
And
I've done that when I taught at Smiley High School. I took in 2 of my students, and I felt like I was a mom, and I really enjoyed the experience. And then they graduated and went to college, and I had my house built. And so I surprised them because they would always come and check on me.
Precious.
And when they came home, I was like, "Here, don't go to the apartment. Here's where we live." And I left keys.
You said we?
Yes.
Because they were with me for so
school,
long.
But yeah.
So they found out they had keys, they had houses, and they had a house. We can still stay here? Yes, this is the reason why I have 4 bedrooms. You can stay in there. It was awesome. I had that opportunity. And that's the only reason why I stay in education, honestly. It fills that void. But to go back to dating, is how do I explain to a man who wants kids that I can't? And I run away from that. As soon as they say they want kids, I'm not calling you anymore because I don't want to disappoint you. So I have my own insecurities, and that has a lot to do with
it. You know what? One of the things
I love the fact that you're so candid. I just love it.
You have to be honest, open, and transparent anyway, right? And if, yes, that may be a guy's goal or dream to have children, but there's a lot of guys that don't want to have children.
And that's who I'm looking for. Or I'm actually looking for a man who already has kids. I don't care how many baby mamas you have. Because I love a man that has kids because I love kids. That's true. But I want him to be able to have fulfilled that part of his life.
Sure.
So I'm okay. I've dated a guy with 4 babies, 4 children. They were all adults with 4 different women. And I was like, Well,
that's a challenge within itself.
That's a challenge within itself.
That's another show.
And I kid you not, one of the his baby mothers, we get along so great. We go skating together. We develop a relationship. But
people go skate. So I was born and raised here till I was about 16. Then I left the area and came back, but left again. And it's been 30 years since I'd been gone.
He wants to know where to go skate.
No, that's not what I was about to say.
Go ahead.
So back in the day, it used to be Gulf Gate Mall. Obviously,
it's gone.
It's gone. So where do people go skating? Do you remember Gulf Gate?
I remember Gulf Gate. I remember Super Skate on Homestead.
Super Skate, yes.
Lockwood. Yeah. They even had one on Mesa Road way back in the day. It's a place off of Dairy Ashford. I can't think of the name. But
does it give you the same feel like back in the day when we used to,
No. Because they didn't play Egyptian Lover. Egyptian Lover. They didn't play that.
Style.
Oh, yeah. They didn't play that. But
I'm laughing for those of you who can't see me.
If you know what the song Egyptian Lover is, that tells me how old you are. Yeah. But it was cool because I hadn't gone to skate. And I'm going to be honest with you. Anything with wheels, I cannot do. I can't roller skate, but I will get out there and try.
Yeah.
And I can't really drive. I want to thank the state of Texas for because all you have to do is make a 70 on the driver's test. Yeah. I failed the driver's test 8 times. Ooh, and then when I finally passed, I made a 72. Everybody in the transportation place, they got me.
All you gotta do is get a 72. Right?
That's all you gotta do. So if I ever hit you, don't blame me. Blame the state of Texas because the score is so low. But yeah, they gave me a cupcake and it was like, you finally passed. I'm like, yeah, I cried. So it was a moment.
Man, one last question before we go to break. In your show, and at first I was like, it's part of the show, but then you were serious about it. You mentioned how important mental health is. Where did that stem from?
Honestly, you know, because that's a subject that's not taught in the Black community. We don't address it. Actually, when I was younger, I used to have headaches and because I was just such an extrovert. My mom and the teachers would go, something's wrong with this girl. She's having, maybe these headaches is the reason why she's such. They actually tested me. They put me in a hospital to test me to see what was mentally going on with me. But they learned that Black people and white people think completely different. You know those little ink block things? Yeah. They showed me the ink block things. Yeah, what is it? And I said it looked like 2 fat women doing the bump. And so...
Original process?
Yeah, and so my mom was like, so what's wrong with my child? It was like, your child is suffering with mental da-da-da-da. My mom was like, no, she needs her behind whoop. That's what it is.
Well, and back in the day...
That's all we knew.
We knew butt women's, he just hyper.
Exactly.
That's all.
And so when my mom saw me jumping in the bed...
sugar for you. Yeah.
Exactly. When I was jumping in the bed watching Soul Train when I was in the hospital, she was like, oh no, I'm going to whoop your behind because you made a big bill. But what made me really accept that something was wrong mentally, that I was having issues, was when I found out that I couldn't have children.
Because you said
it hurt.
It challenged you
so much. And at one point I couldn't talk about it. But now it's a lot easier because I did seek help and still getting help. I was embarrassed. I felt less of a woman. I felt like you were more of a woman than I could ever be. And so I used to be embarrassed, but at one point, I thought about suicide. Now, a lot of people are not open and this, that, and the other, because when I had the surgery number 12, it didn't go well. The doctor cut the wrong part. And let me tell you, suing a hospital in Texas is not easy. I'm still going through litigation. So to go into there thinking you're already depressed about the not having children, and then to find out your surgery didn't go well, where you lost 12 units of blood and you need to get 8 units of white blood cells, and then to go from 158 pounds to 115 pounds in 24 hours, that's going to mess with your mental. And then I had to wear a coloscopy bag.
Oh, yeah.
So at that point, I was just done. I was just like, God, if you take me today, I'm okay. And I found myself waking up going, God, why do you still have me here?
Yeah, why am I still here?
And exactly. And
for this very moment right now, for someone that's going through what you went through, they needed to hear.
Yes. Tell them the victory portion. I know you're building up. I know you are.
Because I went through and I was embarrassed. And I remember my dad, because I'm a daddy's girl.
Yeah, me too.
My dad, I didn't do drill team. I used to be a football equipment manager. I used to fix the stuff. And all of the parents and the cheerleaders and all that would be like, that's my child, that's your child. And my dad would stand up and go, that's my baby, she fixing the helmets. And he was excited. And I remember my dad always made me feel like I was a superhero. And at this point, with this coloscopy bag, I felt vulnerable. I felt like I was a disappointment. I was just so much. And I would cry every day. And I remember my dad telling my mom, he said, look, you a woman. Tell us it's gonna be okay. Tell us it's gonna be all right. You tough, you this, that, and the other. And he kept trying to get my mom to
tell me. Been through that, so
exactly.
My
mom said, Alfred, I can't tell Jennifer anything because I haven't gone through that. And it got to the point where I started seeing a therapist. That first therapist didn't work out because she had more problems than I had. Then I had another therapist, and that's why sometimes I do think it's important for us to go to a therapist that kind of look like us and identify with us, because I went to another therapist of another color. She was like, so how are you doing? How do you feel when you're around children? And I'm like, whatever you smoking, you need to stop. But I finally found the right therapist who put me on the right track.
Yes.
Nettie Jones.
That's her girl. Hey, Nettie. Nettie is everything.
Nettie, I cried. The first time I went, I cried. But she got me right.
Yes. Okay. Love you, Nettie.
Love you, Nettie. Hey, on that note, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back.
Lovin' Black with Tory and Teri is officially live across Apple Music, Spotify, and iHeartMedia platforms. At Lovin' Black with Tory and Teri, we cultivate positive love conversations, which means that your love is always in the positive. Join us as we discuss marriage, relationships, and singles topics, as well as answer your letters on air. To be a guest on the show, advertise, sponsor, or submit a topic, email us at loveandblack1@gmail.com. Find us by typing Love and Black with Tory and Teri in your preferred media platform. We now return to Love and Black with Tory and Teri.
Hey, and welcome back to Love and Black with Tory and Teri and our special guest, Jennifer Jermany.
Yes.
And today's letter of the day is brought to you by Gulf Coast Jewels. Find them on social media at Shop GC Jewels, and that's with a Z. All right, let me get into this letter of the day.
Here we go.
Dear Tory and Teri, I'm a 30-year-old single Black queen that has been seeking love and marriage, but has been very unsuccessful. I admit I have trust issues and not totally proud and vulnerable about my past, but I'm a great catch. I want a man that will be my provider, lover, and protector. Back in the day, we used to say homie, lover, friend, right?
Yeah.
one that is not going to hurt or cheat on me. I don't believe good men are out here because I've seen all the complete opposite. Am I asking too much here? Do these type of men exist? Am I too big? Not the right type of woman? I don't get it. I know you're not a hookup show, but Miss Teri, come on and help a sister out. What do I need to do to find the man of my dreams instead of my nightmare? And, you know, I think a lot of what she was saying, you covered it.
Yeah, she did.
You covered a lot of it. From being vulnerable to insecurities to, you know, just issues that you had that you've gotten help with to make you whole.
She's doing her work.
Yeah.
And
Doing the work.
That's important because she pointed out here there were several things. She said that, you know, she's had some trust issues, as well as she wants a protector and lover and provider and all. So she's got to be able to wrap her mind around, what am I bringing? There's so much you want, but also think about what it is that you're bringing when it comes to being healthy and whole.
How I ended up going to Dr. Nettie Jones was I was trying to go through this date site. The lady was going to coach you how to date. And I'm a terrible dater. I don't know what to do anymore. But no, I don't. I don't, because I grew up with boys, so I like football, basketball, baseball. I like all the rough stuff. So she told me when she was listening to me as she was evaluating me, she said, you know what, before I recommend you for this program, I want you to go see somebody because it sounds like it's some things underneath. What I would suggest to the young lady is this. Get some help, because apparently it's something you're carrying, your disappointments and all the other things from the past. You're still carrying that. You need to be able to go to someone, do the work so you can let it go. You gotta let it go.
Yes.
Because all you're doing is carrying it. And then I want to ask you, where are you going? Because I realize that if you keep going to the same places and you're seeing the same stuff, you need to exactly. So you need to go somewhere else.
That's it. You got a closing argument?
Yeah, really close. Open your mind to learning. Step out of your comfort zone. Get involved in causes that are meaningful to you. Volunteer. Choose a hobby, bowling, softball, biking, etc. Expand your knowledge. Be willing to take a class in various areas, foreign language, cooking, African, Latin studies, whatever the case may be. Exercising, just getting out, get out into new areas and horizons, as well as invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Be willing to do that. Open your heart to new possibilities.
That's right. And as we conclude, I just want to encourage the lady in the letter to know who God has purposed you to be. Understand that you are and can be what God says you are, and can become the person that you need to be, because you don't need anybody else to validate you.
Amen.
Right. Know your worth, be happy with yourself, and the man of God that God has for you will
come.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
I believe that.
That's true.
So right now I'm dating King Jesus and I'm perfectly happy.
That's right.
That's okay.
There you go.
That's a start.
Unfortunately, that's the end.
I know. We had to rush through this, but it's because we had such a good time and it went really fast. So we're glad you had us. Listen, join us next time right here, Saturday mornings, 10:30 a.m. Praise 92.1 as well as 102.1 HD2. We love you. Make love, not war. Have a good one.
Amen.